What is going on, folks? This is Pete from Record, Upload, Repeat. How are we doing? How are we feeling? I am here with a very special video. I have my friend here that I've been friends with for 8 years, and he's got almost 600,000 subscribers. I'd like to introduce to all of you, Ryan from Ryan's Average Life. Say what's up.
What's up, Pete? Thanks for having me on, man. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, you were actually the one who first told me about this whole situation with YouTubers in general losing views on their videos because of whatever reason. And that's kind of what I want you to explain from your own knowledge, from what you've seen, so that everyone can kind of just, maybe have some peace of mind here. So go ahead, just shoot for it.
Yeah, I mean, as a YouTuber, in quotes, because I know it's a very cringy term, and I like to use it. Yeah, I like to use it lightly. But every year something happens, and we complain as YouTubers, and we freak out, and then it kind of goes away, or something fixes, and then we're kind of like, all right, within a couple days. But lately with YouTube, there's been so many things going wrong. Usually it's one thing, you can pinpoint it. But now the big things are obviously views are decreasing. Right. Like a video might say, let's say has 500 views. Next morning, we'll have 200 views.
It's that bad?
It's that bad, yeah. People are losing 30 to 50% of their views. And then YouTube, Team YouTube is something that you guys can check out on Twitter. That's a better chance of you getting a reply from them is at Team YouTube on Twitter. And they basically said, oh, no, that's normal. It's a part of the view update. Well, first of all, what kind of view update goes negative? First of all, so that's just in my opinion, that's their way of saying we really don't know what's going on. And in a way, it's just immature to basically be like, we're just gonna act like it doesn't happen. And a lot of big YouTubers are now going after this and saying, no, you better be proving to me that I'm getting monetization for these views that I'm losing, because some people are losing 100,000 views. That's a lot of money.
It is.
And YouTube. The big problem with YouTube has always been their lack of transparency, and they have never been very good at communicating. They were back when YouTube first was going on, but they definitely have this hierarchy feel about them. Then there's the subscribers. People are losing subscribers at a crazy rate. I am affected by this. I said in my video, maybe my content sucks, but I usually lose hundreds of subscribers right away.
Actually, it's funny you should mention that, because I was unsubscribed from 2 channels. I was unsubscribed from Shoe Nice 22 because I went to go see, I was like, I haven't seen a video from him in a couple of weeks. What? And normally he uploads like crazy. I went to his channel. I was unsubscribed, and I had to resubscribe. Yep. And the new guy, that Chad Wild Clay guy, I went to go show somebody a video, and I was unsubscribed from him, and I subscribed a few days ago. So I don't know what the hell is going on. It doesn't make any sense.
And it's frustrating because, one part it sounds like people are complaining, and I understand that. Oh wow, I'm losing subscribers, blah blah blah. And I've never been the type to complain about that, because I go, hey, maybe my content sucks. But when you upload a video, you get no dislikes, no hate comments, and you're losing 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, it is hard to not raise an eyebrow. And then when you see other YouTubers say, hey, what's going on here, it's tough not to think about it. And I always make the joke that YouTube basically is like, oh, well, it's not like this is your jobs. And we're like, well, yes, it is. So
yeah, I know, for a lot of people.
Yeah, we don't have a union. We don't have anything to fall back on. It's definitely alarming. And then the third big issue has been the trending page recently has been insane. It's literally been, and H3 made a great video about this, where it's mainly basically promoted videos with 20,000 views, and they have little captions under them that are handwritten by YouTube that are like the new trailer for Pixar's blah blah. And then YouTube says, oh no, we don't accept payment for trending. This is my opinion.
There's a bunch of lies.
They're wording it in a certain way. They probably have contract deals where they can say, oh, well, we're not getting directly paid, but they're in partnership. They're clearly in partnership with the Tonight Show people, the James Cordens of the world, the Jimmy Fallons. YouTube does not promote channels and people like that do not do anything to help them. Right. Jimmy Fallon does not give a crap about YouTube unless there's a reason for it to happen, and that's usually because of monetization or some sort of money or deal. Jimmy Fallon is doing just as well as he ever has on the internet, give or take being YouTube. He's always done well. His show's always done well. It's obviously a money thing. And
has to be.
And a lot of YouTubers are just like, I think everyone is just pissed off at the lack of answers. If you're just honest, I'd even rather YouTube say, honestly, there's got to be something going on here. We're going to look into it. We understand that this is stressful. We understand people aren't uploading anymore and this and that. And even this last week, thousands of YouTube channels were suspended for a couple hours.
What?
People were, yeah, you didn't hear about that? People were going insane about it.
What was
I
it
knew about
for?
3 people. A glitch. It was a glitch, and YouTube basically was like, "Oh, my bad," and everybody got reinstated. Can you imagine the insane like craziness that was going on in these poor people's heads that are like,
sure,
these are people
Which
with
channels?
0 strikes.
Which
Zero,
channels?
I mean, there was just a ton. Like, there's one Brennan Taylor I know went down. I Hate Everything's channel went down. Channels with 0 strikes, 0 warning, and then YouTube was basically like, "Oh, my bad. Here you go." Okay, once again, did that mess up monetization for certain things? The search placement? I mean, all these crazy things, and YouTube basically just says like, "Oops, sorry about that."
I mean, is it possible? I mean, I don't mean to cut you off, but is it possible that because of that glitch, like you said, it affected all of this, and it's like maybe their servers are so backed up they're trying to reboot everything? I don't know how it works.
Servers is not an issue. It's Google, it's YouTube. There shouldn't be server issues. We don't get the monkey thing like we used to back in the day. We don't get all that. The YouTube servers are probably as big as any server there is, and they have millions of lines of code, and there's SEO, and they're good with all that. Right. So I don't think it's something like that. I think it's what basically, like clockwork, when things start to break, it's because they're testing and trying new things. And, that's when things start to break. When they're starting to do some things with their coding, they're starting to, and I wish I knew more about how the coding process works. But obviously when their technical team and those guys are starting to figure some new things out, try to change some things around, try to switch some things, try to launch new features, things always break. And I will say, to their credit, they usually do fix them. But it's now been about a month of this with not only no end in sight, but my collab channel, we uploaded a video. It had 11,000 views, 1,500 likes. We were even like, that's a little low. It'll probably update at 20,000. And next day it had 4,000.
I mean,
4,000 views.
That's insane.
That's like almost a 70% loss of views. And now the video's up to 9,000 2 days later. So we basically literally went negative in views in 2 days.
So,
insane.
Do you think that now that it's at 9,000, do you think that it should have been at 20,000?
Oh, absolutely.
Instead of the 9,000? Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
okay,
if
where
did
video
those
went
views
down,
go?
If a video was at almost 11,000 and went to 4, then it clearly something is wrong. Even if it had 18, 17, that's fine, but it's just it's obvious that something weird is happening, and YouTube does not know what it is. So instead of saying that they messed up, they just say it's normal. And I think that affects anybody, whether you have 2 subscribers or 2 million subscribers. When someone basically is almost it's almost like they're acting like that you're stupid, you don't understand. So it's like, so my views are negative. Oh, it's a part of the view update process. Like, come on, don't act dumb. Don't act like I'm an idiot. Just look, a lot of us are adults. We're people that are passionate about it. Just straight shoot with us. Tell us what's going on. And if you don't know, at least tell us you don't know. But don't make us look like idiots like this. And don't belittle us into thinking that you have all the answers right now. Because clearly something is wrong. And they don't know how to fix it.
Clearly.
That's it. I mean, that's PewDiePie's video today has over 1 million likes. And it was frozen at 400,000 views. I guarantee that video will have a maximum of 3 million views with almost 2 million likes.
It's insane.
Which is, I would say the average ratio of a like to a view is probably 1 in 15. A really good channel, 1 in maybe 10. And a channel that's probably 1 in 30. Meaning 30 views, 1 like. Maybe 20 views a like. And then if there's 100 views, there might be 6, 7 likes type thing.
That sounds about right, honestly. Because
depending on how new the channel is, how old. So if a channel, there's a massive amount of videos right now with, let's say, 90,000 views with 30,000 likes. So you're telling me 1 in 3 people are liking that video. If so, That is a record-breaking.
So is this? Do you think this is Google's way of trying to like save money from sponsors or something? Or
no, it has nothing to do with.
What is to be gained? You know,
I don't think anything has to do with anything like that. I don't think it's, and I don't think Google with the views of subtracting and stuff. I don't even think that this is something that they meant to do or plan to do. I think that they messed something up, you know, in whatever update they tried or whatever software, whatever they're doing. I think it messed some things up. It messed up the way they're calculating views, because I said what's ironic is Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, a lot of these websites, they want big views. They want you to get more views. Mm-hmm. They don't want to decrease your views. YouTube is the only platform that seemingly decreases your views. You know, and like Facebook, I'll be like, how does this video have 20 million views? And then on YouTube, I go, how does this video only have 20,000 views? It's such a funny contrast.
It really is.
And it's sad.
But what's even worse is the fact that, okay, fine, you're taking the views away. You know, I don't want to say I can deal with that, but they're also taking away the monetary value that should have been earned, you know?
And that's something they will not discuss. Like, I tweeted, and look, I'm a verified user on Twitter. They get my tweets right sent to them. They have it. And I tweeted at a couple of the different accounts that, you know, YouTube runs, and I just said, hey, look, I'm not sarcastic, not being hateful, spiteful. I just want to know if you're losing those views, if they're going in negative, you're losing 8,000 views, is it gone? Like, are you losing the monetization on those views that went away?
Right.
You know, and it's like, you would think that they would at least give you, and of course, if they said, they would of course say no. Of course, if they responded, they would say no, because if they said yes, it would be
pandemonium.
It'd be pandemonium. But if Joey Graceffer, who tweeted about it, his video dropped almost 200,000 views.
Jesus.
Did he get money for that? Is it that basically be like you saying, oh, you know, I just worked a 9-hour shift, and then your boss says, well, you clocked in for 5. Like, oh, no, you guys just messed up. The computer messed up. I obviously was here for 9 hours. And like, no, well, we're gonna pay you for the 5. Like, no, the hell you're not. You know, like, you're gonna fix your computer, or you're gonna figure out a new way to pay me, because that's not right. But with YouTube, once again, we don't have a union. We don't have anybody that we can contact, like a management. And
I'm sure networks right now are going freaking nuts, because they're probably like, what are they going to do?
The network I'm under, Big Frame, which is a great network, we had a phone call, and they said, Ryan, we don't know. We wish we could tell you what's going on. You might think that we're just saying that, but we would tell you, and we have no idea. We've reached out to them. They're being very vague, and a lot of people think that when you hit a certain amount of subscribers, say 100,000, say 1 million, 10 million, that you get this weird contract or this weird phone call that's like, hey, you know, we're gonna let you know everything you need to know about YouTube. That literally does not happen. Like, I know people personally with tens of million subscribers, and they don't have that. You know, they have a person that they can contact, but they don't get those answers. You know, they don't. They get the same answers everybody else does, which is, you know, we don't know, or we're working on it.
It was
there is no secret thing.
Yeah, it was the same thing years ago with AdSense. Like, if you had an issue with your AdSense or whatever, there was like, nope, sorry, there's nothing you could do about it. You know, there's no one you could talk to. It's ridiculous. I will say though this, years ago, before networks were popular like they are now, I'm talking about like 2009, 2010, when you used to be able to email partner support at youtube.com when that existed. Like, you would actually talk to a real person, and a few times I actually spoke with YouTube employees where I asked them, I said, is there any way to arrange a phone call? And I remember I spoke to this woman one time, I guess she was in her 20s or whatever, and we spoke for about a half an hour about, you know, strikes and, you know, different ways to do things. We were talking about custom thumbnails, and it was great. I was like, well, this was fantastic, you know, great customer service, but that's all out the window now, you know, so.
Yep.
But what are you going to do?
You know, what's ironic is I had a contact that I was emailing back and forth for a couple weeks about certain things, just like nothing crazy about YouTube, but just like, oh, you know, if you want to attend this, okay, cool, blah, blah. And I uploaded a video last week about YouTube deleting my channel, basically making a skit about how they just want channels gone that don't do what they want. And I emailed her back a couple times this week. Every other time, she would respond within an hour. I've sent 3 emails, nothing. Now, could be irony, could be a busy week, but
sure.
A little ironic that the week I start speaking out on social media and on YouTube, I'm not getting the emails back. I don't know. I thought that was kind of ironic as well.
It's hard to say. I mean, in conclusion, what is the best way to wrap it all up? And with what's going on, and do you think things will go back to normal, or this is it? What do you? If you had a guess,
I think eventually things will go back to normal, but every time that happens, normal changes. Back in the day, normal for YouTube was you have 1,000 subs, you get 1,000 views,
or more.
And exactly. So normal changes every time they fix things. So normal might be like, oh, okay, my views aren't doing unbelievably pathetic, but they're still not doing great. But hey, anytime YouTube, and this is the one positive, anytime YouTube changes an algorithm, they change things, people always are able to figure out a way to grow from it. Someone, whether it could be you listening or somebody or someone's going to benefit from it. And I guess, that could be a positive. But right now it's, you just tweet at YouTube, tweet at Team YouTube, tweet at YouTube partners, and just keep asking them, like, what is going on, why is this not being addressed, and eventually, if enough people do it, which is happening right now,
right,
they will have to say something. And one big thing is YouTube hates when something trends about that site that is negative. So the best way to do that is to get some sort of trending topic or something together where YouTube and employees go, uh-oh, this is a worldwide trend right now. We have to do something about this. And then that's when they respond.
Like hashtag fix YouTube or something?
Exactly. Fix YouTube. Exactly. Fix YouTube. YouTube does not like their brand
bad publicity
globally getting bad publicity. Absolutely.
There you go. Well, I think that pretty much wrapped things up right here. So my question to everybody watching right now is, what are your thoughts on what we were just talking about? Do you think this is something that is the new norm, or is this just a glitch? Tell us your thoughts in the comments section. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, and of course subscribe before you head out. And I'll put Ryan's link in the description, Ryan's Average Life. Go give him a subscription. He makes great content every week. I think you'll enjoy it. Anything else, Ryan, you want to add?
That's it. I mean, let's hope everything goes back to normal, and I like to have a positive mind, and hopefully things will go back. But I can't stress enough that everybody, even if it's one person or a million, you just use your voice and use your social media and do what you can, because that is the way to get answers.
Every little bit helps, as cliche as it sounds.
Yeah, it absolutely does. Trust me, I've seen it happen personally.
Fair enough. All right, Ryan, I want to say thanks for being a pal and being here for us, and that's basically that.
No problem, man. Thanks for having me.
You got it. All right, guys, this has been Pete from Record, Upload, Repeat. As always, I will see you guys tomorrow, and that is that. Peace. Later. Yeah.